Hello and welcome. This video presents a case study comparing general Takaful and conventional motor insurance, focusing on claim handling and ethical practice after a multi-vehicle accident, particularly in terms of fairness, ta'awun and moral mitigation. Motor insurance is essential in Malaysia due to the high frequency of road accidents, which often result in costly repairs, legal dispute and personal injury. Motorists mainly choose between conventional motor insurance or general Takaful. Okay, so I would like to explain the conventional insurance first. Okay, conventional insurance operates on a risk transfer model and profit-driven decision making. Meanwhile, general Takaful is based on Syariah principle and mutual assistance, ta'awun and share responsibility. In complex multi-vehicle accidents, claim outcome between Takaful and conventional insurance may appear nearly identical. This study explores whether Takaful genuinely upholds fairness, ta'awun and ethical conduct in practice.
Many people assume that Takaful and conventional insurance are the same because they both provide financial protection when accidents happen. However, in real life claim experiences often show clear differences, especially after complex multi-vehicle accidents. While conventional insurance focuses on compensation based on liability and profit considerations, Takaful is supposed to operate on values on fairness, ta'awun and transparency to avoid gharar. In practice, though, some participants feel that Takaful operators handle claims no differently from conventional insurers.
Okay, there are two research objectives of this case study. So this research objective examines the key difference between general Takaful and conventional motor insurance in handling claims arising from multi-vehicle accidents. So it compares claims management process such as liability, determination, documentation requirements, settlement procedure and dispute resolution mechanism. This study also analyzed how the risk sharing model in Takaful and the risk transfer model in conventional insurance affect claims efficiency, claimant satisfaction and ethical consideration in complex accident cases. Okay, the second objective is to evaluate the application of Sharia-based ethical principle, which is fairness, adil, mutual assistance, ta'awun and transparency in Takaful claim processing. It assesses whether the principles are consistently upheld during claims assessment and settlement, particularly in complex multi-vehicle accident. The study also examined equitable claimant treatment, clarity of information and alignment with maqasid al-Sharia, highlighting how Takaful practices differ from conventional profit-driven insurance models.
The distinction between general Takaful and conventional insurance has been widely discussed in Islamic financial literature, particularly in terms of the underlying principles, contractual structures and ethical objectives. Previous studies show that both general Takaful and conventional motor insurance aim to protect vehicle owners against financial loss, but they are based on different principles. Conventional insurance follow a risk transfer and profit oriented model, while Takaful is built on risk sharing, mutual assistance and Sharia ethical values such as fairness and transparency. Researchers explain that Takaful is designed to promote cooperation among participants and to avoid prohibited elements like excessive uncertainty or gharar. However, studies note that in practice, Takaful operations, especially claims handling, They often appear similar to conventional insurance due to regulatory requirements and standardized procedures. Scholars also highlight that ethical principles in Takaful are most clearly tested during the claims process, particularly in complex situations such as multi-vehicle accidents, where liability and compensation decisions are difficult. While existing literature focuses heavily on theoretical differences between Takaful and conventional insurance, fewer studies examine how these ethical principles are applied in real claim scenarios. This gap, they justify the focus of this case study on claims experience and ethical handling.
So, Assalamualaikum. So, next I will presenting the methodology of this case study. So, this study use a qualitative case study method, which is this method is chosen because it helps to understand how claims are handled and why certain decisions are made. Okay, it is suitable for studying ethics, fairness, and Islamic values, which cannot be explained well. So, the study also compares the general, takaful, and conventional motor insurance in handling claims after a multi-vehicle accident. So the main focus is on fairness, ta'awun, which is the helping one another, and reducing gharar, which is uncertainty during the claim process. Next, what is the research design? So for your guys' information, this research is a comparative case study. This means two systems are compared using the same accident situation, which is both general takaful and conventional motor insurance are tested using the similar claim cases to see whether there are real differences in how they treat claimants. Okay, so other than that, multi-vehicle accidents are chosen because they are more complex and involve many drivers and share fault. So this help check whether takaful truly follow Islamic values like fairness and cooperation or works like normal insurance.
Hi, so as we have taken a look at all of the presenter, so this is a discussion and analysis taken out derived from the case study. So the first, Islam encourages productive risk-taking as a natural part of trade and entrepreneurship. In Islamic finance, profit is justified only when risk and responsibility are shared. This principle is clearly applied in general takaful, where participants contribute to a common fund based on ta'awun or mutual assistance. In the event of a multi-vehicle accident, claims are paid from the shared pool, ensuring that losses are distributed fairly among participants. This contrasts with conventional motor insurance, where risk is transferred entirely to the insurer and profit may be earned regardless of actual outcomes.
Okay, so the second, Islamic finance clearly distinguishes between lawful profit, which comes from real economic activity, and shared risk and riba, which is prohibited due to its potential for injustice. In takaful, any surplus from the fund is distributed among participants or retained for their collective benefits, ensuring that profits are linked to performance and mutual responsibility. This reduces elements of riba and reinforces ethical financial practices. In comparison, conventional insurance profits may be guaranteed and unrelated to insured risk, which raises ethical concerns. So, overall, the discussion highlights that general takaful aligns more closely with Islamic principles by promoting shared risk, ethical profit, and fairness in claims handling. However, the practical application depends on operators consistently implementing these principles, particularly in complex situations like multi-vehicle accidents.
Okay, for the findings, the case study shows the conventional motor insurance mainly focuses on contractual terms and profit, which often result in rigid claims handling. Although general takaful is based on ta'awun or mutual assistance, in practice, some takaful claims processes closely resembles conventional insurance. This reduces the ethical distinction between the two systems and may weaken trust, especially among young Muslim investors. Islam emphasizes justice and fairness in all dealings, and this expectation should be reflected clearly in takaful operations.
Another finding is the limited understanding of risk sharing among participants. In complex cases such as multi-vehicle accidents, shared liability can lead to delays and confusion when it is not clearly explained. It increases perceived uncertainty, which goes against the Islamic objective of reducing gharar. Based on these findings, several recommendations are proposed. Takaful operators should strengthen ethical values in claim management by prioritizing fairness and mutual responsibility. Second, transparency and communication during the claims process should be improved to reduce uncertainty. Finally, stronger governance and more consistent claims guidelines are needed to ensure fairness and build public confidence. Thank you.
Okay, in conclusion, this case study show that although general takaful and conventional motor insurance follow similar claim procedure due to regulatory requirement, their underlying principle differ significantly. General takaful is grounded in fairness, ta'awun and mitigation gharar. However, in complex multi-vehicle accident, these ethical values are not always clearly reflected in practice. Therefore, consistent application of Islamic ethical principle in claim handling is essential to distinguish takaful from conventional insurance and to strengthen public trust in Malaysia's takaful industry.